guys, welcome back to my site. If you're new, welcome. I am excited you found us. This is creativity and inspiration. Woohoo! Excited? I'm Lisa. Today we are doing something amazing. We're going to take a tired, old, really dated picture frame and we're going to turn it into something timeless. But before we do, I got a couple of little announcements. One, our video tomorrow is I'm going to show you some ways to freshen up those paper dolls, make them new. And it's Super Bowl weekend and I have some great recipes, but I've run out of time on videos. So head over to my Becoming Female website, which is linked down below. And there's a page, Creativity and Inspiration, which is for this YouTube channel. And there will be a place to click and it will take you to some amazing Super Bowl recipes, whether you're celebrating with a group or just yourself. Maybe you're not even celebrating the Super Bowl, but these are still some great finger food, great snack ideas for you. Some are healthy, some not so much. So be sure and head over there and check that out. Like I said, the link is down below. And come back tomorrow, because if this isn't your cup of tea, don't worry. Tomorrow I have paper dolls for you, so come back for that. But today we are taking this. This frame came in that mystery box I got from Depop. I paid $40 for the box. I got a lot of great things. Some I could use right away, some I have to flip, and some just were a no-go, but I sent it to my mom. So, what are we going to do with this? Excuse me. We're going to turn this, like I said, timeless. It hasn't aged well. In fact, it's timed out, but we're going to make it timeless. How are we going to do that? We're going to turn this into Mercury glass. And instead of 2 picture frames, we're going to use 1. And it's going to be amazing. But we're not going to do this the way you've seen other people do this. And let me tell you why and how we're going to do it. We are going to use the mirror effect spray. And this is from Rust-Oleum. I'll link it below. I got it from Amazon. And I have some vinegar and water in here. But then where we go different from this is we're going to use some, I'm going to put this down so I don't drop it. We're going to use some brown paint and some metallic paints to work some more age and interest and depth into it. And we're going to add these by mixing them in a little cup of water, some water. And then we're going to finish it off with a little gold acrylic paint around the outer edges. And you're like, paint? Wait, what? Trust me, you mix this acrylic paint, these metallics with this water, and it's going to become transparent, but it's going to add some depth and age to your Mercury glass. Because if you look at most Mercury glass, especially true vintage Mercury glass, it's got some different colors showing through. It can be some darks. It can be some metallic looking, like coppers and stuff. So we're going to mimic that on this. But to start, what I'm going to do first is, excuse me, I'm going to go outside for all of that. But for this part, we're going to take some dental floss. And I'm going to work off these frames because I need these. I need to be able to put these back on so I don't need them to bend or tear. And a great way to be able to do that is by using dental floss, working it in and working it across. Now I wish I had the whole string dental floss, and if I can find some, that's what, you know what I'm going to use? Wax thread. It's just like dental floss. Well, I'll show you how we're going to use this. And I learned this trick when I was scrapbooking. If I had put something in the wrong place on a scrapbook and I needed to get it off, dental floss was the best way. So that's what I'm going to do now. So I will show you how to use this wax thread like dental floss, and we'll get that off. And like I said, we're going to reuse it at the end. But before we do that, a little bonus to this video is I'm going to take this piece of cardboard and I'm going to show you how you can Mercury glass this, and it can become a pocket, or you could cut it and use it in journals or on ephemera, maybe in some altered tickets or some on altered, maybe on some altered bingo cards or an altered page or as a pocket or a tuck spot. So at the end of the video, I'm going to show you how to turn a plain piece of cardboard into a Mercury glass. So stay tuned. So I linked the video of this haul, this Depop mystery box earlier. And this was one of the things that was, you know, it's not my favorite how it is, but I knew I could flip this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my wax thread and just kind of start working it behind these gold little plastic cheap frame outlines, because that's all they are, and they're just stuck on here with glue, okay? And you just kind of do it like you do your teeth, and you come in with your fingers and gently pop them off. And I already have them popped off, yeah, right here. And as you work it off, then you work your dental floss or your wax thread down. And like I said, I don't want to break all of these because I want to make one large frame instead of two smaller frames. And you just kind of pull it like that all the way down, and it just, see, it just pops off. Like, pull it the rest of the way. So once you get it down there, you just kind of pull it out. There we go. Okay, and that one came off, and it started the next one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here and get the thread under there and then pull it all the way down. And the glue that's left, we're going to get that up too. And because it's old, it's going to leave a residue, but I brought the Windex to clean it because you want it all clean. Might also need a razor to get the rest of this off, which is fine, because we just need the little gold framey part, not the old yucky glue. Okay, so I'm going to take my wax thread and just pull it all the way down. And there we go. We got another one off. And that even took the gold, the part of the glue. And then the next one is just coming off all by itself. And see, it comes off that easy using the thread as like a little leverage underneath. Now I'm going to see if I can get it under the rest of this old glue and kind of work it down. And if you can't, you can definitely use a razor blade. And I found these in some of my stash that I hadn't used. And I'm pretty sure I got this at Tuesday morning at some point. Okay. And then I'm going to get my little razor blade holder out here. Then I'm going to get one of the razor blades out carefully. And then I'm going to take the razor blade and just kind of work it under and across. It's still going to leave a glue residue, which if the Windex won't get this off, we will go out and use WD-40. Okay guys, I got all the little frames off, and now I am just kind of cleaning the surface. Make sure there's not any of the WD-40 oil residue on it, because I want to make sure WD-40, if you don't have glue, be gone. WD-40 works good, though it's messy. I just want to get it all off. Lots of old glue, so it didn't want to come, you know, right off. I scraped and scraped. Okay. Okay, so I've cleaned this pretty good with the Windex and with the WD-40. The glue's gone. So now what we're going to do is we're going to move outside, and we're going to start the Mercury glass process. So let's go. So, hi guys, we're back. We're outside, and so if you hear car noises, and I'm going to paint it in this box because my husband wanted me to. And I have my mirror effect paint here, and I have my vinegar and water. And I have my paper towel to blot. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do the inside part. So let me get the paint open. I'm gonna pull this up so you can definitely see. And I'm just gonna give it quick little burst. And then I'm gonna come in, let that dry for just a second. And then I'm gonna come in with my vinegar and I'm gonna blot it. So I'm gonna and I'm doing it fast because I want it to be fast. So I'm gonna do it again. Oops. Get it off my hands real quick. Okay, and I'm gonna blot the glass. I don't want it to run. Okay, and there it is again, and then I'm gonna come in with my vinegar, let it sit there a minute, and then come in and okay. Now I'm gonna let it dry for a minute. But that's looking really good so far. Okay, we're gonna let it dry and use the vinegar to get the paint off my hands. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come in with some of my dark copper acrylic paint, and I'm just gonna get some out of the lid there. Whoops, too far. Okay, so there's our frame. Now I'm gonna come in with the acrylic, some water on my brush, and some paint, and just kind of wipe some of the metallic around. And then I'm gonna come back with my paper towel and just kind of lightly wipe it around because I want it to have the aged look. And then I'm gonna come back with the bright copper as well. Don't know if you can see that. It's on there though. Now I'm gonna come in with my bright copper. I'm coming in with my bright copper and just kind of paint around. Give it some age. Okay, and then I'm gonna come back with my paper towel. And I'm gonna kind of wipe it off. And it's just a layering process, but I'm liking the way it looks, but I think I'm gonna put a little more mirror. Maybe I'll do the back side too. Okay, so I like that. It's got some of the brown in it and some of the copper. Now I'm gonna turn it over and do the other side just so it has more of a mirror effect. Okay, thin coat on that side. Then I'm gonna come back with my vinegar. A little bit of vinegar. Let it sit a minute. Sorry. Noisy crow. And then I'm gonna come back and just kind of blot it that way too. Okay, and then we'll flip it over and you'll be able to see the copper a lot better now. You can see the age of the copper on there now. Kind of swirled in there. Okay, now last I'm going to come in with some gold and rub just a tiny bit of gold around the edges. And again, I'm using only acrylic paint. Some people I've seen have used inks, which is great too, but the acrylic paint will work. And that's the gold, and I'm going to use my finger. And I'm going to come in and just rub around the kind of the edging on it because it's kind of beveled, so I'm going to kind of hit it with just some of this. And this isn't black, dark, it's real kind of translucent gold, so it probably won't even show up that much on camera, but I will show it to you once we get back inside. And you could add the copper with your fingers too if you wanted to, and kind of rub it in, rub it out, whatever you wanted to do. But there we go. I like it. It looks very aged and old, and it went from being timed out to timeless. Cool. Now, you remember, I'm going to set this over here. Now, you remember the piece of cardboard, right? That I told you we were going to do as a bonus. Okay, well, we're going to do it now. So we're going to do it the same way. We're going to take our mirror effect paint, and we're going to just do it back and forth. Okay. Then we're going to spray some vinegar on our rag. And then we're going to come back to our board, and we're going to kind of blot it with the vinegar. Okay. And if you'll see it in a minute, you'll probably see it start to eat through there. Another one with the mirror, just real light. Okay. Then we're going to hit that with some vinegar. And there is our mirrored cardboard. Cut it up and use it in your journals in multiple ways. Mercury glass can be made out of anything if you just take the time and layer and layer and layer. Time to dry, and I think it looks pretty cool. Came out really well. Now we're going to go in and build the frame for the picture in the center because we're only going to do one picture instead of two. Okay guys, we are back inside. You can probably get a better look at our frame now and the way it looks. It looks really cool. It has some of the age on it, if you can see it there, from the coppers I layered on and the gold. It just gives it a really cool look. And we did the back. I didn't layer on the back. I just mirrored it with a little vinegar. And then here's our cardboard. That is so cool too. And it came out really great. And there's layers of color on it as well. The golds and the coppers. And you could cut this up and use it in your journal. Don't ever be afraid to try something. Maybe it doesn't look like it does on glass, but it's got a lot of depth and texture to it and a lot of movement with all the layering of the different colors. Okay, so now we're going to lay this down and we're going to put our frame on the front, but we don't want to use gold again because these gold look 1990s, which is why we changed this in the first place. So, what can we use? Well, let's use some paint, and paint over these, and I think we should paint them, what do you think, copperish? Would copper look good? Yeah, I think copper would look good. So let me get the copper paint. Okay guys, so I got the copper paint, and I'm going to take these gold little frame things, and I'm going to paint them copper. And the gold, it is like a shiny material, so the gold will shine through, but the goal is to just make them appear copper shiny. So guys, I hope you like this video. You'll see these at the end because they've got to dry for a few minutes. So you'll see the whole thing put together at the end, and again, you'll get another look. Hey guys, I hope this gave you an idea of what to do with these old 80s, 90s glass frames. So next time you see one at the thrift store in a estate sale, grab it, because you can take them from timed out to timeless for sure. And this Mercury glass stuff is easy. And you can add your own twist like I did using the metallic paints. You can use metallic alcohol inks if you wish. Just make it your own. Remember, it's creativity and inspiration. Also, don't forget our cardboard, guys. Great for journals, great for art journals, mixed media. It's got that Mercury glass look to it without really being glass, so it's kind of, you know, it's got that certain something that you always look forward to have in your journals or your mixed media, something that pops. Be sure and hit that subscribe button down below, that little bell up top, and give it a thumbs up. And if this wasn't your cup of tea, don't worry. Tomorrow I have got a paper doll video coming your way, how to alter your paper dolls to make them stand out and be gorgeous and different. And next week, the transformation of my thrift store mirrors into $600 knockoffs is coming your way. Plus, I've got some more altered, I've got some more altered ephemera coming your way. So don't miss out and hit that subscribe button and that little bell. I will talk to you soon. Thanks for being here. Bye. Oh, and don't forget to go check out the Creativity and Inspiration little blog on becoming female, because I have some great Super Bowl recipes over there. Take care. Bye.